Hi guys and welcome back to TBF. As always, this is your guides, tips, tricks, techniques and strategies playing this game and going beyond. If you happen to be a senior player, have some popcorn, have some cold beverage, enjoy yourselves, and leave comments down below to help the little guys if you're able to. And for those who are small, who just joined in or just want to see what this channel is all about, welcome by the way, as I give you guidance on how to play Total Battle. So let's get straight into it. Today we'll be looking at mini tournaments. Now you guys are well aware there are so many of them in this game that just to go through them all or if understanding it may be very difficult. But I'll walk you guys through it one at a time as we have already summed up a couple of small mini tournaments already. This is your guide again for several more. So let's go straight into it. As you can see here, we're going to our capital here. Let's go straight into tournament range is what we have. Going down the list, what do we have today? So in our mini list today, let's go have a quick look. We bump into the Beastslayer tournament. Now the Beastslayer tournament is very simple. The idea, right, is to be able to attack heroics or monsters that's around the map that's in your area and you'll gain points. This tournament, being a mini tournament, only lasts for a certain amount of time that's given in the time slot. So you have to try and achieve this all within the, I think it's an 8-hour time match in this, or 6 hours that it goes for. You guys can put it down below. But the idea is to slay as many monsters as possible on the world map. And by doing so, you accumulate points. Now the reason is this tournament here may not be ideal for you, especially if you're on the small or medium size, because a lot of people who compete in this tend to be at the tier 9 level. Unfortunately, this is not something you guys can jump in so soon, but it's not impossible. So you are targeting things like, for example, look, just for hero alone on the world map, bang, you know, I already found a monster you can attack. And as you go through this, you're gonna find plenty of monsters on the map that you can attack. Every monster that you battle against, every beast that you manage to slay, you will gain points. And it's just a matter of going around, finding them out, taking a look, you better discover them on the map. And when you discover them, you better gain points, just battle them, win the fight, and you'll be able to gain more points for the Beastslayer tournament. Because just like I say, it's very clearly listed on the second list, the higher the leadership of the monster, the greater the number of points you can get. So you really want to hit for those high tier monsters on the map when you become a higher tier player, or even if you want to try to compete in this. Unfortunately guys, you're just not going to get in. Even though you may put money in, even though you may really want to participate, you're just not quite yet there. So I'm trying to save you a lot of grief. Do not participate until you are ready and you have the right tier level to join. Okay, so going on to the next tournament, going down the list, we're seeing the Crypt Raiders event. This one is really fun. It's very simple. You essentially have to collect crypts all around the world map. And which captain can perform this task for you? Well, that's our man Carter. So if we look at Carter, it's crypt exploration efficiency and tar capacity, right? Because that's his own ability, but at the same time, the equipment that you wear will give you those extra bonuses as listed down below to give you more higher chances to be able to get more crypt efficiency to clearing those crypts in one shot, because the idea is to clear a higher tier level crypt without needing to slow down. However, there is a problem guys. If you are participating in this tournament again, if you are participating in Crypt Raiders, this is a tournament again for those who are at tier 9. Not even tier 8, tier 9 will only be able to perform this, because a lot of them is ranked around the kingdoms around you, and a lot of you are participating in this at a high tier level. That's why you never see low tier players in here for long. And if you are, and you succeed for that little part, you're just not going to keep up with the points. And with this note too, they're chasing after the very high tier crypts. So you're actually you'll be chasing after crypts at a high level. You're looking at level 35 here, guys. This here, not just only, but you're going after a very particular type, level 35 crypts. So you want to make sure you're going for hitting the high tier ones here and smacking them out of the way. So if you don't have the ability to do so, don't compete. And gaining epic tar is multi-gain when it comes to a clan that can take down epics, like literally destroy the epic, destroying the epic in mind. Now, of course, I've always talked about this. I actually absolutely hate fighting against this particular epic monster because it only gives you one clan chest. But most of the time, most epics that you battle against gain you more clan chests, and this is a good opportunity where you better gain the most epic tar by destroying epic monsters, because epic monsters within the very name itself allows you to earn epic tar. It's common sense there. Now you can earn it other ways too, by purchasing and so forth, both packages. But you know, why would you want to go in and go into it? Actually sets you back in real cash. You want to try to play this game as freely as possible. And for those who know me long enough, I always try to play this game with using the least amount of cash as possible and be able to save you guys a dime. So don't go into buying packages if you can avoid it. You don't need to do that. You will reach a point where you better earn more tar more easily. But for the meantime, this tournament is out of your range. If you're not yet able to clear epic crypts, especially at level 35, you just can't stay on track with them. I've tried. I'm a tier 9 player myself right now, but my Carter at the moment is highest level I can do is only being able to collect at a level 30 max. In saying this, that means that I can't compete against those who are going up against getting level 35 because in the end of the day, these tournaments run on a point system. Because it runs on a point system, that means that you can't achieve the highest level points possible if you're not at a high level tier enough to gain crypts at that level for that tournament. Okay, guys? So remember, guys, if you are going in for the Explore Crypt tournament for Crypt Raiders, don't compete in this until you are tier 9, until your card can clear up level 35 epic crypts, because you won't be able to complete the task. It's just not possible. Now the rewards are very awesome, to be honest with you guys. I mean, look at this, the Fortune Seeker, plus 25% crypt exploration. Second place is plus 10% crypt exploration efficiency, and third place is plus 10% to crypt exploration efficiency. And of course, there's a list of the top 100, but you kind of want to get into the top 3 here because it's extremely handy for 7 days, right? Because that's how long the tiles allow you to arrange it. So moving on to the next mini tournaments that's available here, we'll be looking into the King's Mercy one. The King's Mercy tournament, it may seem easy enough where you just have to send gold ingots basically to your kingdom. And for those who are still new, it's very simple. You just go to your clan capital, and when you go in here, one way of doing it, of course, is when you gain more gold or ingots here, you just pay your taxes, you swipe across, which used to be at the tapping, and you pay your taxes. And by doing so, you've just competed in the tournament. It's that simple. But the problem is here is that your capital cannot generate enough gold ingots to be able to provide to compete in this tournament properly. So how is this achieved? Well, that's easy. You have to steal ingots from other players. And this is played by using our girl, Erin. Because why? Because of ability. Marches are not time limited and you can go over to other kingdoms. People use this champion and this hero to go over to what? To steal more ingots. Because now you're looking for capitals and castles all around the map, because then you're going to find players and just by hovering across them to see how much gold ingots they have. And just by clicking into them, you can see how much they're carrying it. Because you want to target those who have high amount of gold ingots. That way, when you steal it, you can send it off and be able to compete within the tournament. Now, with this particular tournament, the King's Mercy event, in the end, it's all about stealing gold and giving it back to your kingdom, no matter how you do it. Okay, guys? And the bonuses overall is actually not that bad either. So you got first place here, plus 25% to Army's health, plus 10% to Army's health, and plus 10% to Army's health for the top 3 places. So going into our next tournament here, Power Points. Now Power Points here is actually a very easy event, but at the same time it can be difficult because most people here, you kind of have to pay for it. When you go to items in your city and you go down to bonuses, if you scroll down here, you're going to see things which is called VIP points. The idea of this tournament is to use your VIP points. The more you have, just use them up and it will generate you points to score within the tournament. But this is also where it's difficult. This is not easily earned, and most of this, you can purchase this in your paid packages here, but essentially it's for whatever you purchase. So if you tend to buy, it's for example, you buy material for crafting package, right? If you just scroll down the listing of what type of things they give you, one of them, if not always, is always going to be VIP points, and they can give you X amount of points depending what packages you buy. The bigger and larger the package, the more of these are provided. So you just go look for another one, right? So if you look for one of those larger packages, the $77 one, buying mercs, for example, yeah? If you scroll down the list, you'll notice that now they're providing 50 VIP points. So the larger the packages you purchases, the more VIP points that you gather. So this is where you purchase your VIP points to compete within this tournament. It's actually one of the most expensive mini tournaments to compete in, and not everyone should do it. And I don't recommend you to do it if you're not ready. You do need a large amount, and people are paying a fair penny just to achieve it. So let's see what you actually gain by competing in this tournament. By going into the PowerPoint tournament, using your VIP points to gain points to achieve it, let's look at the first three ranks that you gain points in, right? So you gain plus 80% to production to all resources, plus 35% to production to all resources, and plus 35% to production to all resources in the first 1, 2, and 3 places. if you manage to get into it. I actually feel myself, it's actually not that important, but there's a lot of people out there who are just trying to gain those titles and trying to gain the highest level titles as possible. So be wary guys, this is a paid type tournament. Be very careful competing this because you are likely to lose. There are a lot of people who put in a lot of money just to gain a place in the top 100. So going down the listing again guys, the battle training event one, this is an interesting one. Now again guys, every tournament that I've advised you so far will only run between 6 to 8 hours, not the full 24 hours like your normal tournaments. That's therefore being mini tournaments. Now being with the battle tournament, it's about building your highest level monsters in your barracks. How does that work? Very simple. You go back to your main castle, and when you go into your barracks, you'll notice that you can train monsters. So in this case, your dragons, your elementals, your giants, and your beasts. But there's something very important that you need to note. When building beasts, and this one again is for those that are tier 9, you're not gonna beat these guys in here. They're all high tier, they're all level 300 plus, if not level 500, competing to building their best, highest level troops, which will be their tier 9 monsters. And then there's the second problem guys. If you're not able to be in a clan that produces high amount of level of dragon coins, then even if you want to compete in this, you're not going to be able to purchase the monsters in the first place because you just don't have the coins to be able to compete, right? So you need to be in a high tier level clan to be able to compete in this high level competition. So going back into here and just have a look what type of things that you can earn from the monsters tournament. So going back into the listing, go into battle training and gaining in the first 3 ranks here. First place, you better gain plus 10% dominance for the hero and captain. This actually is very good to gain, or 5% to dominance of heroes and captains for second and third place. And of course, earning more dragon coins and rare tar. These are the mini tournaments that I want to talk about today. As always, if you have to be sharing the same type of material, reach out. I'd love to collab with you. We can do a Zoom talk, whatever you feel is best. And we can do, pretty much, if you can, leave a like, subscribe, put a comment down below. I'll see you guys again in the next TBF episode. Bye now, guys. See ya.